Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon or good evening. Welcome to Desvio Bússola channel. My name is Claudio Fonseca, I'm from Brazil. I'm a real 777 pilot and today we are going to fly the 777 from London Heathrow to Paris Charles de Gaulle. Right now we are doing our flight preparation here and I'm going to close some doors because they finished the catering service. The boarding is almost finished as well. And I'm going to show you in the beginning a couple of information about our flight. So I'm going to start with our flight plan, showing you now our flight plan generated by the sim brief. So today we are KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot. We are going from London Heathrow to Paris Charles de Gaulle. This is our route, Maxit. Then we intercept the airway Yankee 803 until the Mike India Delta VOR. From that point, we intercept the upper Lima 612 to Bogna, and then we fly directed to Hardy. Over Hardy, we intercept the airway upper Mike 605 to Bibax, and then we have arrival to Paris. The flight plan was generated based on runway 27 right for departure in London and 27 left for arrival in Paris. Of course, the departure and landing runway will be by ATC. We have planned flight level 250, that means 25,000 feet above main sea level. And our flight from London to Paris is going to take 45 minutes. Is 5,340 kilograms of fuel. We have 10 minutes of contingency fuel, that is 1100, pretty much at 1200 kilograms. So we need also almost 7,200 kilos to alternate to divert to Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot, which is Frankfurt in Germany. Our 30 minutes reserve fuel is 2,871. That means we need 10.1 on the FMC for the reserve fuel. We are expecting 20 minutes of taxi that will burn 6,035 kilograms. So we need at least 17,300 kilograms of fuel. Our cost index today is 127, and we are going to fly our cruise with the economic speed for this cost index. I'm going to set the weights. I already did estimated zero fuel weight of 210.8 tons, and with 17.5 fuel in the tanks, we should be taking off around 227.5 tons. Okay, so that's our flight plan. I'm going to show you now on the VATSIM servers. Now you can see my vPilot, so I'm going to request the weather in London, Echo Golf Lima Lima. So we have winds 320 at 12, gusting 23. It's variable between 290 degrees and 010 degrees. Visibility is more than 10 kilometers. We have broken clouds 2,500 feet, overcast 2,900 feet. Temperature is 5, dew point 1, and the QNH 9er 8. I'm going to do the same thing to London Paris, to Paris Charles de Gaulle, Lima Fox Papa Golf, and we have a 360 at 9, more than 10 kilometers is the visibility. Scatter clouds 700 feet, 1,500 broken, 3,600 broken. Temperature is 3 degrees, dew point 2, altimeter or QNH 9er and no significant change for the next 2 hours. I'm going to request as well here Echo Golf Lima Lima 80s. So we tell ATC that actually we have information Delta, and they say arrival runway 27 left, departure runway 27 right. the same information that we have, so we need to tell them delta, and we know it's 27 right for departure. We have delivery on 121975, and we also have ground 121.7, tower 118.5. Most probably then will be transferred to London approach that will handle our departure as well, 19725. So that's pretty much information you need to follow me on this flight today. And we just received one information. Let me check here which information is this one. From Echo Golf Lima Lima Delivery. We have the PDC, that's our clearance. So we have information Delta, we are cleared to Paris of 27 right, Maxit 1 Foxtrot. Maxit 1 Foxtrot, I'm going to take note here, and squawk is 2031. Next frequency 121970, which is the delivery, and we report aircraft type and stand number when ready for pushback. PDC readback not required. So okay, we have the clearance here. I'm going to take my charts. I use my iPad to take the charts for this flight. Okay, so you're not going to see the charts. Anyway, you can see my airplane now. Okay, you see some data from the PMDG, sorry, the PMDG and the Prepare 3D. So I'm going to open my charts right now, and we go inside. I'm going to change a few cameras here just to check our position in the airport. As you can see, we are I think this is Terminal 3. I'm going to check with the charts right now, but we have 27 left here, that's the arrival runway, and 27 right, that's the departure runway for now. So I need just to enter a new flight here, Echo Golf Lima Lima. Should be doing this before the flight, but that gives us some time before the departure. Lima Fox Papa Golf is our destination. So I'm going to take the taxi charts here, and we are at Pier 6. So that's Pier 6 in the main terminal number 3. We are at position 301. Okay, so position 301, we should push back facing the east, and then we should taxi via Bravo, and maybe Bravo or Alpha, and then we have a couple of links that take us to the runway 27 right. As you can see, there is one guy on the holding point lining up for takeoff, and another 3 guys here. They are on link, or they are on Alpha 3, Alpha 2, and this is Alpha 3, Alpha 1. Sorry, Alpha 3, Alpha 2, and Alpha 1 respectively. And there is another guy here on taxiway Alpha close to link 23. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. You will see everything today with me here. So we start from the beginning. We turn the battery on. When we have the battery on, we are going also to request to have our external power connected. So once we have the external power, we connect the primary and the secondary external power. This is pretty much what we call electrical power up. In a few minutes will be the airplane powering up and everything. Okay, so right now I'm going to start with the first officer preliminary pre-flight procedure. We turn on the ADU, we arm the emergency exit lights. Okay, after this we can also wait for the screens to appear and then reset checklist. Okay, meanwhile the first officer can go outside and do the walk around, or the captain can go outside and do the walk around if the first officer is going to be the pilot flying. So in this case today I'm going to be the pilot flying. I'm going to be seated on the right seat, That's my current position on the 777 in real life. I'm a first officer on the 777, so I'm going to be flying from this side. So in this case, the captain goes outside and performs the walk around for us. Okay, everything is good with the walk around, and we can proceed and do the first officer preliminary here. Couple of things that we need to check. Most of them they are already set from the previous engine shutdown and disembarkation, but the no electronics goes off for now. We can use the storm light, it will help, it's getting dark. We can turn the navigation light on, the logo light on, because it's getting dark as well, and everything else is correct up here. We can turn the flight director on, wait for the rest of the screens. Later on we check the screens, but oxygen is tested, and we can go for the performance in a couple of seconds. This goes to VOR, this goes to VOR, auto brake to RTO, and we come down here, and 12197 was the frequency, so 97 here. What you are listening now is some checks done by the airplane itself. Okay, you hear a couple of more.
Sorry, Delta 1637, thank you. Hold position, contact TSO ground 121.7.
Confirm 121.7, good day.
We also leave 121.7 that was going to be the ground here. On right one, we keep the emergency frequency 121.5.
ET2307, delivery, good afternoon, thank you. Hold position, ground 121.7, goodbye.
We already know the transponder we got on the PDC, so I'm going to add it here, 2031. That's it, 2031. Everything is set. Just adjusting the lights as well, because later on when we turn the storm light off, we need to see. Right is in the middle. Okay. And we go on the left side, and I'm going to do the captain pre-flight as well. VOR. Now that we have the screens, we can go to map, center, all working, the traffic. I didn't do on the right side because the screens were not on. Center is there as well. Okay, flight director, make sure auto throttles are on. Runway is 2, heading 270. Initial altitude out of London, initially 6,000. We're going to check on the departure SID. As well, we have to check the oxygen. We are going to do the performance. Now set here on this camera, we can also check the trim, and parking brake is set to on. On the right side here, one thing I didn't do because the screens were not on, checklist, and we go to reset and reset all the checklists. Okay, that is done. We can go to the FMC. So to go to the FMC, you are going to look with me on this big one, FMC. We have the 777-300 correct engines, and the navigation is valid until the 2nd of December. We use the GPS position to set as inertial position. We are at Echo Golf Lima Lima, and then we go to our route. Echo Golf Lima Lima to Lima Fox Papa Golf, and we make a route request. In a couple of seconds, we are going to have the route loaded via data link. Okay, so that's it. We have now route uplink. We can load and we can purge. So we are going to load. We go to next page and we are going to see our route showing up here. Very standard and normal. Data link takes some time, but we have Maxit, then Yankee 803, Mike India Delta, Upper Lima 612, Bogna, Direct Hardy, Upper Mike 605, Bivax. We already know our departure, so I'm going to set here our call sign KLM5 Charlie Foxtrot. Okay, and our departure from runway 27 right is Matix 1 Foxtrot. We go to legs, we make sure everything is correct, we activate and execute. I'm going to add an arrival into Paris to have something according to sim brief, most probably 27 left. It doesn't matter right now, but we take Quebec's 9 Papa as arrival, and we are coming from, let me check here, we are coming from Mobro. Okay, so I'm going to do it again. 7 left, Bibax 9 Papa, and Mobro 6 Whiskey for now. Okay, now we have everything. We execute and then make sure that's the correct one before starting our descent. We do a route copy and we go to performance initialization. We need, as you saw in the sim brief, 10.1 for the reserves. Our zero fuel weight is 210.8 and we will be cruising at 250. Cost index will be 127. Go to thrust limit. On this case we have all the information we need, so I'm going to copy the FMC data. We are going, the runway is dry, we consider wind 0 to be conservative, QNH is 9er 8. Thrust rating, I'm going to take takeoff 2 if able, optimum flap effects, that means air conditioning is auto and anti-ice is off. Even though with this temperature we don't have any kind of moisture, so we can use off. Takeoff weight is 2 to 9. Let's see if we can make it. Yes, we can. So we select takeoff 2, as you can see from here. Select temperature is going to be 38 and flaps 5. CG I take from the dispatch data. CG today is 28.7, so I'll take 28. V1 148, VR 151, and V2 159. That's it. The FMC is complete. We have a couple of things that we can set here as well. So 159 as V2, LNAV and VNAV armed, and on the departure, as I told you, the initial hard altitude is 6,000 because 3,000 is above, 4,000 is above, so we cannot climb above 6,000 without ATC clearance. And the initial heading is 269. Okay, everything is complete on this side. On the right side, I'm going to keep on the takeoff. Okay, so now we have the performance. One thing I'm going to do now, we're about to start our flight, so we start APU, and now I'm going to show you outside. And we need to open the aft cargo. Oh, we didn't do that. Okay, so we do it now. Doors, aft cargo, open. That's all set. They are going to load the baggages now. They are already doing on the aft cargo and the bunk. Okay, just waiting for the luggage to be loaded into the airplane. Meanwhile, we have to wait for the APU. Just adjusting the lights here. And as you can see now, we have the APU running. As we have the APU running, we can disconnect the primary external power as well. The secondary is disconnected automatically by the airplane when the APU is on. We can turn on the packs, and we have pretty much everything set up for our departure. So we can do the pre-flight checklist. Pre-flight checklist: oxygen tested 100% and flight instruments heading 360. And I didn't set the altimeters, I didn't check that one. So 908 on both sides, and we have 90 feet, which would be 75 feet. So we have our VSM checked. So flight instruments heading 360, altimeter 908, pre-flight checklist is complete. Another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to request the engineers to remove the external power, and they can remove the chocks as well. Yeah, the parking brake is set. You don't have to worry about it. That's my GSX. They don't want me to remove the wheel chocks. Don't worry, we don't remove it. And we prepare for pushback and departure right now. So you're going to see outside. We have all the preparation needed for departure. Everything is set up from our side. So we can go ahead and close some doors. Doors.
Heathrow clearance, good afternoon, November 254 Romeo Whiskey, stand 101, type 738, information Delta, QNH 90908, we're ready for push and start.
November 254 Romeo Whiskey, Roger, squawk 2041.
Squawk in
The
2041.
refilling is okay. We have 17.5. So the baggage loading is in progress, as you can see here. Jetways are no longer available, so they say that they are waiting for other service to complete, like refilling and boarding. The refilling is already complete. The boarding means the airplane loading, so we are going to wait for the airplane to load the cargo now. Meanwhile, we have Joab with us. Good flight to us, Captain. Thank you. Arnom as well. Hi, Fonseca. Flying this biplane today. I tried to use PMGD 737, but it didn't go over 9 FPS. Whoa, that's bad, man. Yeah, you cannot fly like this. Did you try it on the FSX, P3D, or I don't think that it's
November
available for the new
254 Romeo
Microsoft Flight
Whiskey,
Simulator
ready
yet.
for push and start.
254 Romeo Whiskey, contact ground 117.
guys, this is one of the first time I'm using the
Ground 121.7,
GSX
November 25 for
active
Romeo.
for the ground services. It says I requested the refilling service but it's not here. I requested a long time ago and we have the correct fuel on board, as I mentioned, 17.5. So let's see if we can do something here. Let's see, fuel truck request, state arriving. Let's see if we have something. I don't think that the PMDG information is connected with the DSX. Anyway, we have just 2 pallets to be loaded in the forward and 1 pallet to be loaded in the aft, so we are almost there.
Heathrow, good afternoon. Speedbird 193 Heavy, Boeing 777 stand 548, information echo, request pushback and start.
Speedbird 193, it's 121.7 for pushback.
121.7 for Speedbird 193.
Let's see, as you can see now, everything has been connected to the plane. We'll see the hose in a couple of seconds. See on the ground here. Oh, that's the ground connection to the truck. And now this is the truck connection to the plane. Okay, all set. We go again inside. 17.5, that's what we need, that's all correct. We can release the fuel truck. Everything is good from my side, so just wait the cargo load to finish. Nothing else to load. I'm pretty sure they are going to remove now. These are the loaders that take the pallets inside. We don't take bag by bag on the 777. We load them in the ULD. These containers, they are called ULD, and then we board the ULD with the bags and the cargo inside the cargo holds. We have the forward cargo hold, the aft cargo hold, and the bulk cargo hold. Okay, that is done. In the aft, the forward is almost finished as well. Boarding is complete, catering service is complete, refueling service requested. I don't know why we still have this filling service requested there. Let's see if we can do something else. We are going to close those doors now. Close, close, and close. Then doors, we are ready to move. Now it says fuel truck is on its way. Okay, so I don't know why the fuel truck took so long. Let's not blame the pilots, that's company procedures. Okay, so we wait. It says it's on its way. We should be seeing the truck anytime. It's coming from far away, right? because it doesn't show anything here.
Shamrock 155, we're looking for clearance to push and start to Dublin as far.
I will apologize for this. I don't really know how the this thing GSX works, and I don't know why it took so long to have the field truck.
Shamrock 155.
Anyway, I cannot see any. Oh, now I see the field truck coming here from the rear. Let's see how long the field truck is going to take to refuel this plane. Let me see if I have any information here on the add-ons. GSX settings.
Number 254 Romeo Whiskey Taxi Bravo Hold Titan.
Taxi Bravo holding Titan, number 254 Romeo Whiskey.
Speed at 193 is ready for taxi and able intersection Alpha 8.
Speed at 193, that won't help me, I'm afraid. Taxi second right Alpha Hold Pluto.
Taxi Alpha hold short Pluto, speed at 193, thank you.
So the field truck is there. Field truck is in position, they say. They're using the right side. Usually we load the fuel from the left side, as you've seen before. This is not the normal one.
Shamrock 155, Heathrow ground. If you are on the frequency, your route is, I don't know how you've got that route. If you can try and find one via Compton, please, that would be great.
Sorry, repeat that again, Shamrock 155.
Shamrock 155, your current route goes out to the island FIR, and then it
Let's
goes
see what
back
people are
down
saying
through
here.
Gatwick
Arnolima say I tried in FX
So
set,
if you
but my
just,
computer isn't the
read
best. I
valid
will
route for
request
me, that would be
visiting
great.
to control
Sorry about that,
in Portugal. Who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe
no
there
worries.
will
I
be
would try
some
and help,
people
but it's the
flying
whole
there.
route that needs doing, so it's probably best.
Arnolima is saying that he's going
Yeah,
to
thank you.
request to become a visiting controller in Portugal. To have some traffic to control. Okay, that's a good idea.
Waiting for you to make that
I don't know
flight.
about your English, but you can also try in the USA. I did a couple of years ago. I was working on the okay, that's not the correct one, but I was
Bird 9018,
in
make the
ATC in
left
Miami,
out,
then later on in New York, and eventually I moved to Philadelphia. It was really nice, but you need to control at least once a month or twice a month. I don't remember right now, and I didn't have enough time, so I stopped doing it. Okay, let's see.
And Heathrow delivery.
We need to wait for this refueling truck to finish.
Speedbird 18 Bravo, Heathrow ground, hello, stand 516, push start preface north.
Face north, Speedbird 18 Bravo.
We just wait, there's nothing else I can do. I don't know how to cancel this. And I really want their pushback. Their pushback is much better than ours. So I need the GSX pushback to position the plane at the correct place.
Shamrock 155, that hasn't updated my side. You maybe try reconnecting and then hitting the
Of
fire
course,
on
as
that
we
and
go
see if it
inside
updates.
the plane, you see the field doesn't change. 17.5, that's the one we need. So I don't know the amount of fuel the GSX is trying to insert there. No idea at all. Yeah, fuel truck is in position. Waiting and waiting. This is a good add-on, but I still don't know how to work with it properly, and as a pilot we don't really care about
Speedbird 869
the
on my apologies,
refilling. We ask the
continue
engineer
around
how much
time.
fuel we need, we talk to them, they bring the truck, and then we confirm that the refilling is
Speedbird
complete, and that's
869
it.
correct,
Then
and
they
that's
bring
my
us the
mistake there.
bill,
Taxi Bravo, Quebec
and
Lima,
we take the
stand
bill to the company, and that's
246.
it.
Taxi Bravo,
It's everything done by the engineer
246. Thank you for that, Speedbird 869.
and the refilling company at every station. On the 777 for 17 tons of fuel, usually it doesn't take more than 8 minutes to do it.
Should I hold position
8 to
here?
9 minutes. Of course, 8 to 9 minutes in the live stream is a lot of time. Arnold Lima said that he thought about requests for control in USA, but I don't trust my English. But Arnold, don't worry, you're going to start with the delivery positions. So delivery position is a really good position to practice your English, because you give the pilots the clearance, so you have good training sessions in US. Um, I know it may sound scary, but it's like it's nice to try, you know. Of course, if you cannot make it, then after a couple of sessions of training or something, you just say, sorry guys, I cannot catch up with you. Hey, thank you so much for your time. And that's it. They take it very serious in the United States. I mean, when it comes to what you do and how you do, but they also want the most number of people to do it, you know, so most probably they will accept anyone that is in a position to speak English somehow and to deliver a good ATC service. So as you have experience already in Brazil, that's not going to be a big deal for you. Anything else we can do here, guys? If you have any idea about the GSX, says fuel truck is in position. I have the fuel I need. Again, I'm going to fuel. It says 17,400. And that's it.
Shamrock 155, how is the flight plan now?
Shamrock 155, I sent you a reroute in text. Advise if you can accept.
So what would you like me to do with that route?
If you can accept it, then I'll update your flight plan to give you clearance if you can.
Okay, if I cannot do anything in a couple of seconds, I'm going to disconnect everything and I'm going to do the pushback on my own. So let's go inside. Let's start with our preparation for pushback and start. Right electrical pump, right demand electrical pump to on, fault light coming off in a couple of seconds. Now we got it. Center 1 and center 2 electrical primary pumps to on. Demand the electrical left 1 to auto. The air C1 and C2 demand to auto. Passengers seat belt on. Fuel pumps, the 4 in the main tanks. Beacon switch to on, and that's it. Recall is engine shutdown, TKS off. We can do the checklist. I will pop up this for you. So flight deck door closed and locked. MCP V2 159 heading 269, altitude 6000. Takeoff speed V1148 to VR151 V2159. CDO pre-flight completed. Trim we need is 6.25. Sorry guys, 5.25. We need to go down. That is 4.5. 475. That's 5.25. 0 and 0. Taxi and takeoff briefing complete. Before start checklist is complete.
Ready for push and start. Ryanair 442, hop
Okay,
position, contact.
they are still not ready.
On standby.
Sorry, contact ground, is that 1218?
Standby, I'm just getting the frequency, they've just popped offline.
Okay, Ryanair 442 standing by.
Heathrow clearance delivery, Speedbird 273 Heavy, stand 555. Request IFR clearance to San Diego International is filed.
So 273 here for ground, so I stand by.
Still not working.
Taxi for ground, 121.7, bye-bye.
It says fuel in position, but it doesn't say fuel is being loaded.
Sounds to bed. 273 cleared, San Diego comes in, free Foxtrot, departure, squawk 5267,
I'm going to set reset position. Okay.
QNH 999 hectopascal.
Cleared to San Diego, Camden 3, Foxtrot departure, squawk 5267.
Okay, prepare for pushback and departure.
Niner, Speedbird 273.
Now it looks it's going to work.
273, read back.
Okay. I'm going to request for pushback and start. Heathrow delivery, KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot Heavy, position 301, information Delta is a 777, whiskey, request pushback and start.
Gun 5 Charlie Fox, hold position, contact Heathrow ground 121.7, bye-bye.
121.7, KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot, thank you, bye-bye. 121.7, Heathrow ground, KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot, pushback and start.
KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot, push and start as approved, face east.
Pushback start approved, facing east, KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot. So we are approved, facing east. So that means our nose to the right, tail to the left.
Ryanair 442, push and start as approved.
Push and start approved, Ryanair 442.
So it just requested for us to release the parking brakes. Here we go.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Pushback is going to start, as you can see, and they say we are clear to start the engines. So we go inside, the first officer brings the start switch on the right engine to start. The captains bring the fuel control right to run. Of course, we need the engine here. And that's it, we just monitor. Engine start, pushback. Tower will be 1187. So we can come here and select 1187 on standby.
Steward 18 Bravo, continue taxi, contact tower 118.7.
Continue taxi 118.7, bye-bye, thank you very much, Steward 18 Bravo.
What else we have here? Arnolima say the problem is not pilots but talking to the staff. I don't think I can talk and answer the question. I don't think that's a big deal, you know, because most of the training in the beginning will be through on the paper. Let's say you have to answer the questions, multiple answer questions on your computer, and then you learn the words that you don't know, and that's it. Turbo Truck Simulator is here as well. Thank you for being here. I'm not going to talk in Portuguese today. Once a month I'm going to be doing this live broadcast in English, and I will keep English for the broadcast, trying to reach more people around the world. But it's always good to have you guys around here. So we are starting the engine number left. Okay, yeah, the left engine. On the 777 we don't call engine 1 or 2, we call engine left and right, so we are starting the left engine.
it wasn't
the
actually. I did that wiggle, and
GSX,
again, but you can push and start.
it's really
face north.
Push and start approved, face north.
working great.
Shuttle 19 Alpha with you 1 Alpha.
So it needs confirmation
19
for the
Alpha,
engine
continue,
starts. We are
Alpha,
almost there. They
056,
say the
stand
engine
50.
starts are good, so we can release
Alpha
them.
56, stand 505.
Okay, the engine left is also stable. So now we select the flaps for departure. Flaps 5. Captain does the flight controls check, and right now, once the backup generator goes off, yes, APU off. We make sure engine anti-ice, we don't need them. We do a recall. It says stick as off. That's the only one we need.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
That's it. We are removing now ground equipment, as you can see.
T for ground, speedbird 24 Charlie, stand 5.
Tow tug is going.
Push and start.
Engineer is going.
34 Charlie, push and start approved, face north.
Push and start approved, face north, speedbird 2 for Charlie.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Okay, we have the sign that we are ready to go. That's it. We can do now before taxi checklist. Anti-ice auto, recall checked, flight controls checked, and ground equipment is clear. Before taxi checklist is complete.
Thank you.
KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot ready to taxi.
KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot. Sorry, KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot. Taxi by Bravo. Link 28 Alpha, hold at Saturn.
Bravo, link to 8, Alpha, hold Saturn. KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot. So here we go. I'm going to open the chart on my iPad. So we have clearance to go via Bravo, link 28, then Alpha, and we hold Saturn. Okay. Something happened with my speed brake here. Yeah, speed brake is stowed now. Okay, we can start taxi. We had the takeoff speeds deleted. Don't worry, we are going to take them again. 138. Sorry, 148. Everything was deleted. So we need takeoff 2, we need 38 degrees. Then we need 148. It's the button that I press on the simulator to change camera, and it extended my speed brake.
Cathedral ground, running at 442, engine start
Okay,
complete, ready
all
to
set
taxi.
again,
Run at 442, taxi Golf, right Echo, right Alpha,
and we
hold
can
32.
taxi. Brakes released, here we go.
Taxi Golf,
So that's pretty much straight ahead to the end.
22 was that?
Last one to the left.
Cathedral ground, good evening, Speedbird 791, just kid header on Alpha.
Before starting, yes, taxi light on.
Taxi Alpha Yankee, stand 525. Stand 525, Alpha and Yankee, Speedbird 791.
Here we go, guys. So let's see what you have here.
T0 ground, speedbird 273.
Yeah, have a truck simulator, just English for today, not Portuguese. Once a month I'm going to do this live broadcast in English. So that's an option for me to practice the English, for you to practice English as well, and as we need to talk with ATC in English, okay, that is the reason we do the entire live broadcast in English. Of course, other live broadcasts I'm going to do outside of Brazil, I can speak in Portuguese, that is no big deal, because also the Brazilian ones, they want to know about the 777, so yes, I'm going to do, but not right now. This one only in English. So that's Bravo. We are crossing Kilo. Next one to the left will be Lima 1. Next one to the left is Bravo. But we don't continue on Bravo going to the left. We keep straight ahead. That will be link 28. And link 28 take us to taxiway Alpha. So right now we take the third one to the left. And on third one to the left, we have to hold Saturn. Saturn is before link 23. You're going to see it may look complicated, but this is Bravo. Coming on our left, that's Lima 1.
And then right on Alpha to Pluto. Okay, and right on Alpha, right near 442.
Okay. This is still Bravo. This taxiway that I'm in right now is Bravo, but Bravo continues here to the left. So if I take left here, I will be on Bravo. I don't want to continue on Bravo, I continue straight ahead. This is straight ahead becomes link 28. Okay, that's link 28. As you can see on the left side is the number 28, and then we take now left on Alpha. Bring to 10 knots or less.
Sorry, say again, Seabird 2 for John.
And we do the turn to the left.
Link 58 right on Alpha, hold short of Echo.
That's Alpha. Now, as you can see,
Taxi Bravo 58 Alpha, was it hold short of Echo? Seabird 2 for John.
that's Alpha. And we go straight ahead, and Saturn
KLM 5 should continue taxi, contact tower 118.7.
118.7, KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot. Thank you, bye-bye. 118.7. Then it's going to be 119.725. Here. Okay. Metro Tower, KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot Alpha to hold Saturn.
KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot Heathrow Tower, hello. Taxi right link 23, hold Alpha 1.
Right link 23, hold Alpha 1, KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot. So right on link 23 is going to be the second one to the right. The first one to the right is taxiway Mike. So this one here is taxiway Mike. I will take the second one, which is link 23. And they told us to hold short Alpha 1. Alpha 1 is one of the latest one on the right side. So basically the second right, and we go all the way before Alpha 1. Okay, I'm going to turn on my weather radar. Terrain on the captain's side. We can also do the before takeoff checklist, and as you can see, the before takeoff checklist is complete. So this is Mike. Take the second one. It's getting dark around here, so I'm going to turn the runway turn off lights on as well, just to help us with the taxi. Make sure we added the right one. I miss it. Heathrow Tower, KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot. We missed link 23. Can we take right on 21?
Okay then, 5 Charlie Foxtrot, don't worry, just continue straight ahead, Alpha Tree. From Alpha Tree, the southern tree 0 degrees, 12 knots, gusting 22 knots, 27 right, clear takeoff.
Continue straight ahead, Alpha 3 and 27 right, clear for takeoff. KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot, thank you. So guys, while I was doing the checklist and changing cameras around here, I missed the link 23. As you can see, I was supposed to take the second right and I didn't take the second right. So tower cleared us to continue straight ahead now on Alpha. The next one to the right is Alpha 3. So the Alpha 3, we take right, we continue left. That will take us to runway 27 right, and we are clear for takeoff. Everything is ready. No more than 10 knots during the turns. So yes, we are on Alpha 3. We take left and continue Alpha 3 here. We are ready to go. Once I'm airborne, I talk to you again. So landing lights going on. My transponder is also going on. Okay, we don't need the camera anymore. We shouldn't stop on the runway, that's fine. Some thrust to keep taxiing. So we are lining up on runway 27 right at London Heathrow. We take thrust to 55% N1. When it's stable, take off. Thrust rep.
Shamrock 155 for clearing zone takeoff on runway 27 right.
Jack 155, Seafront Tower, hello, by Alpha Tree, line up 27 right.
Line up runway 27 right, or Shamrock 155.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate of climb.
Europe, LF. And we are flying following the flight directors. Thrust ramp, VNAV speed,
Traffic.
and autopilot. We have some traffic, let's take a look. Everything is on the left side,
Traffic.
but we don't have to worry right now. For you to see all the cameras right now, I'm going to use this camera to fly. Wrong selection of cameras here, so we can retract flaps to 1.
Heathrow Tower, good evening. Ryanair 442 at Alpha 3 holding.
And we can select
Shamrock
flaps
144
up.
on runway 27 right.
Roger, break
One
KLM
should be on
5
this
Charlie
side.
Foxtrot, contact London Control 135.8, bye-bye.
135.8, KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot, bye bye. So that's 135.8, that's why I want this
Shamrock
camera
155,
here,
135.8,
135.8.
22 knot 27 right, clear takeoff.
Clear.
London, good evening, KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot Heavy, 3,800, climbing 6,000.
KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot, hello London Control, roger. Stop climb at altitude 6,000 feet.
Stop climb 6,000 feet, KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot. So we change now to vertical speed, we go down 1,000 feet per minute, and we have speed and vertical speed.
Oscar 6 on Alpha, hello, Logan 2 Hotel for 27 left, there is no delay.
Going to open this one as well.
Stevered 1 2
Okay.
Juliet, contact Heathrow
Now we have everything.
725, goodbye.
And we can even do the after takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist, after takeoff checklist is complete.
KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot, fly heading 195.
Heading 195, LM 5 Charlie Foxtrot. Heading 195 set and heading south.
777 Hotel, speed 220 knots.
207 Hotel.
That's it, here we go. 6,000 feet on a heading 195 by ATC. We are leveling off, so vertical speed 500 feet per minute. And now we have out, most probably out, here, out. So 6,000 feet, airplane is leveling off at 6,000 feet. That's it. What else we have here, guys? Arno Lima, if you make a flight to Brazil and all the pilots flying are Brazilian, do you speak in Portuguese in the cabin? Yes, we do. We speak in Portuguese. General speaking, but when it's related to the flight, climb flight level 100, LM 5 Charlie Foxtrot. So flight level 100, that means I would change this to 1,000 and take 10,000 here, and flight level change. Trust, flight level change speed. So Arnold Lima asked me when I'm in real life flying for a company in the Middle East and we are flying, for example, with Brazilian or Portuguese people. We do speak in Portuguese when it's not related. Direct Mike India Delta, KLM 5 Charlie Foxtrot. So Mike India Delta and LNAV. LNAV is engaged on our way to Mike India Delta. So we do speak in Portuguese when it's not related to the flight. When it's related to the flight, like the briefings or the settings that we do on the airplane, no, then we speak in English. We have to do it. We have to speak in Portuguese. But if it's not related to the flight itself, let's say that we are in cruise and we are talking about cars, or we are discussing something else. Climb flight level 170, I am 5 Charlie Foxtrot. So 170. I didn't change here, but transition altitude in London is 6,000. So that brings us to the standard.
Climb now, flight level 100.
And
I'm
going to use
VNAV now, so thrust rep, VNAV speed.
Control Shuttle 3 Lima with you, flight level 190, ready for descent.
Shuttle 3 Lima, hello, Honolulu Hotel for 27.
Passing 10,000 feet, we accelerate, and we can also turn off
Shuttle 3 Lima, descend flight level 1.
the lights,
Descend level 150, Shuttle 3 Lima.
outside lights. I didn't turn this strobo on when I was entering the runway, my mistake. Seatbelt
Heading 150 degrees, Ryanair
auto.
442.
Logo light also off. Which camera I want? There is one. Okay. So I don't know if you understood or not, but when it's related to the flight, we cannot do it in Portuguese. But when it's not related to the flight, yes, we talk in Portuguese.
Shamrock 155, are you with me?
Bruno Lima is also here. Thank you so much, Bruno, to be here today again.
Roger, where are you going?
So thank you guys to be here with me on this flight from London Heathrow to Paris.
Repeat that again, sorry, please.
Not much things to do now.
What is your next waypoint?
Not many things to do, like climbing 170, following flight plan route now after some radar vectors by ATC. I'm going to check other controllers that are online.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we are going to have anyone in Paris.
I'm having a bit of a
So
malfunction with my autopilot. Seems to be bringing me the wrong way.
in Paris, we still have
I see
light
that.
rain, temperature 3 degrees, and
Get
QNH
going
is
off to where you
99.
need to go,
So
then
no.
that would be great. Shuttle 3 Lima, descend flight level 90.
Descend level 90, shuttle 3 Lima. Good afternoon, Lufthansa 14-4, and with you passing flight level 530.
Station calling, say again the call sign, please.
We are getting out of the clouds now.
No call sign with that.
Maybe we have a nice sunset,
Ryanair
so I'm
climb now, flight level 180.
going to show you some cameras.
Ryanair 440.
1,000 to go. That's
5 Charlie Foxtrot leaving my airspace, switch to Unicorn 122 days tonight. Goodbye.
122.8, KLM5 Charlie Foxtrot. Bye bye. So altitude 250 set
Alpha uniform,
and
flight
trust
level
VNAV
170.
speed. So we go to 122.8 Unicom on vaccine and we click climbing. Flight level 250 towards Paris. So not much to do now. Showing you a few cockpit images. Come to show you some outside images as well. That's our climb to 250. In a few seconds, this app called Chase Plane is going to give you some outside views. Should be switching cameras right now. It was not. Let's see now. This is the first observer seat. We have another seat on the right side of this seat for the second observer. So this is the first observer seat. This is the entry door. Different from other Boeing planes, it's not in the middle of the flight deck. It's more to the left of the flight deck. So if you are looking from outside, most probably you will see the back of the captain's seat and maybe the left sidewall. If you are on the 737 with the door in the middle, you see right through the main panel. I don't know why my cinematics are not working. Anyway, I'm going to take on them now. And that's it. We are 2,000 to go. Arno Lima said the 777 is good uphill, but what about downhill? Can I descend and reduce? It's like the 737 that can reduce downhill. Well, Arno, the 777 it's even worse than the 737. On the 737, I used to calculate that I need 3 miles to descend 1,000 feet. 3 miles to descend 1,000 feet on the 777 is not enough. So to be conservative, usually I make it times 4. So I need roughly 4 miles to descend 1,000 feet. The good thing is that on the 777, if you use the speed brake, they are really effective. That's the opposite on the 737. So in my opinion, the 737 descends more at the same speed. So you can descend 1,000 feet in 3 miles. But if you use the speed brake, it's not going to give you much. On the 777, you will need 4 miles to descend this 1,000 feet. But if you use the speed brake at full, It's unbelievable. It really goes down. Okay, so now we go inside again because we just level off at flight level 250. As you can see here, we have VNFF flight level 250. I'm going to set the heading accordingly. And we are close to top of descent. We have FMC message to set Reset Mcp Altitude. I'm going to select here Paris, and I'm going to do a couple of changes. Of course, we are landing on the 27s, but I'm going, sorry, on the 26 left for today. So a couple of changes here because it's closer to our parking position. So 26 left. That's it for now. We also need to reset our MCP altitude. Right now we have 240 or below, and then Mobro 7000. So we set this to 7000. The airplane is going to start the descent. And we are going to check here in our map. Actually, I have to use the right side here to do it. We go in our plan. After Mobro. After Mobro, we need the arrival. I will set the arrival in a couple of seconds.
And the sun's 44, and finally flight level 280.
So 26 left. We can select Mobro 6 Whiskey. So departure arrival 26 left with Mobro 6 Whiskey. That's it. Now we have the correct one. It says drag required. We'll check in a couple of minutes. Okay, going back to this side. So as you can see here, we are on the path going down right speed, so not a big deal. I'm going to check the arrival. ILS 26 left. Couple of information here when we go to navigation radio. The ILS's frequency is 108.35 and approach course 264. That's all correct and set. We also need our minimums 517 for Cat 1, so I'm going to set this now, 517. 517 as Baro minimums, and we go for the performance. So we have 13.4, we are landing with 11.4, that makes 2 tons less, so we'll be landing with 222.2, that gives us a speed of 141 for flaps 30, and we can also check our landing en route, copy FMC data. The runway is wet, so we say the brakes are good instead of dry. Wind I will go to take 0, temperature was 3, and the QNH I forgot, but I think it's 9er3. So 9er3. Take no credit for the reverse. We go flaps 30, air conditioning auto, anti-ice is going to be auto for the engine. Brakes, we try brake 3 for now. Non-normal checklist, and the weight is 222. I will make 0.5 to be conservative, and we calculate and let's see what we have. It says landing distance require 1983 meters, and we have 2693 meters, so that is okay, that's fine for me. So we can go with auto brake 3, and auto brake 3, it's going to take us most probably to Victor 3 or Victor 2. We take first right, we cross. It will be nice to take Victor 2 because then we cross on Sierra 3, we continue straight ahead on Tango 6, Romeo Tango 3, Tango Alpha 2, and we can go to position Alpha 14. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. So everything is checked here. We have everything set for the descent. I'm going to do the descent checklist. Before that one, recall, nothing. So descent checklist. Recall is checked, notes checked, auto brake 3, landing data VREF 3141, minimum battle 517, and approach briefing is complete. Descent checklist complete. All set for now. Really nice. And I didn't set as well, but the transition level is 60 now in Paris. So opening this again, VNAV forecast 060. As you can see here, we have a restriction of 250 knots and flight level 240 or below BBAC. So 240 is not a big deal, but we need to be 250 knots by BBACs. So we are getting there. As you can see, we are on path reducing to 50 knots. Just in case for you to know that our missed approach on ILS runway 26 left is to climb straight ahead 4,000 feet, fly to Papa Golf 442, then continue 443 at 4,000 and as directed. We cannot climb, or sorry, we cannot start accelerating before 1,200 feet on the missed approach. That is pretty much 800 feet above the airport elevation. So standard missed approach for us today, not a big deal. That's just a note on the chart. We have to be at Mobro flight level 70. We are going down to flight level 70. And let's make sure we have no ATC in Paris. No, all of them are in the UK. So my last 8 is for Paris, Lima Fox Papa Golf for the Meta. It says winds 360 at 10. Visibility more than 10 kilometers with light rain. Few clouds at 500 feet, 800 feet broken, 2000 feet broken, temperature 3, QNH 993, no significant changes. That means that after landing we need to turn the engine anti-ice to on because the temperature is below 10 degrees and we have moisture. So the taxiways will be wet and we need to turn the engine anti-ice on. That's why when I selected the performance here, I select for the arrival engine on for the anti-ice, just to make sure in case we need the engine anti-ice before landing or for some reason it's on the automatic position. We already have the performance for the go around with the engine anti-ice one covered. Okay, we are preparing for the worst condition. Anything that gets better, it's in our favor. As you can see on the left screen here, this is the arrival, and from Papago 528 we keep one track, and usually in Paris we have ATC radar vectors to the final. So if we don't have anyone, as it seems that we are not going to have any ATC online, I'm going to keep this heading, and when we are close to this point we fly direct to this point to intercept the ILS to the shorter runway in the south complex. Okay, so I will show you Paris now. So menu, airport map, and as we go to Paris, you will see I'm going to land on the short runway in south here, because our parking position is going to be, whoops, Alpha 14. So we have some notons for runway 4 right now, different runways here, but anyway, we don't simulate notons in the VAT sim, so I'm going to land on runway 26 left, vacate right on Victor 3, Victor 3 will take us to Sierra and Sierra 3, we cross runway 26 right, we continue on, again, we continue, that is Tango 3, the Sierra 3, sorry, then Tango 6, Tango 6 becomes Romeo Tango 3, Romeo Tango 3 becomes Tango Alpha 1, and then we take left on Papa 1, which is inside the apron, and right at Alpha 14. That's our final parking position. Okay, that's our taxi. We keep going down, we are about to reach 10,000 feet, so the passenger signs back to on, we turn on the landing lights, runway turn off lights, logo lights, taxi light, and it will be night, so camera lights for the camera, the taxi camera also to on. We are pretty much on the speed 250 knots, we'll be reaching 7,000 by position. Mobro just ahead of us. Paris traffic LM5 Charlie Foxtrot inbound from the northwest. We'll be approaching runway 26 left, ILS 26 left. We have FMC message of drag required. I don't think that's really required because now it's reducing to 240 knots below 10,000 feet and maximum is 250. So that's all fine for now. So that's it. Again, below 10,000 feet, I'm going to use let me see, where is that camera again? This one should be let's go on board again. That's the cabin ready. If I do this, I should come. I don't know why I don't have the camera I want anymore. Where is my camera? Okay, we are reaching 7,000 and we can keep going down to 4,000 or above to the ILS. Altitude 4,000 and we can now set the QNH 9er 3. So speed and VNAV path. For some reason I lost the camera. I used to fly below 10,000 feet. Anyway, you will follow me today on this camera. What else we have here? Are you using chase plane for cameras? Yes, Andre, I'm using chase plane for cameras. The chase plane cameras are working just fine. As you can see, I can go to the overhead panel with just one click. I can go down to the pedestal with just one click. I can see everything. I can be seated on the captain's side with one click. On the first officer side, I can see my EFD. Everything is working just fine. But there was one camera that I set up on the flight simulator itself, and that's the one. That's the one I'm looking for. Now I could find it again. Okay, so below 10,000 feet I like to fly like this. This is not a virtual cockpit, but at least you can see all the screens in a higher resolution, so you can see what I'm doing. So the airplane is slowly going down with some thrust. It's on the VNAV path because it's taking this path, and then from this one it's calculating straight to Charlie Fox 26 left, and this is the point we need to be 4,000 feet. So it's not a big deal. What I'm going to do now, so instead of vectors I'm going to connect Charlie Fox 26 left with Papago 528, so that gives you a more precise approach track. So usually we don't fly direct from this position to the final. Usually you keep that heading and then the ATC gives you radar vectors to that side. But as we don't have ATC, we don't have the option for the radar vectors today. So now we can do the Pro checklist. The Pro checklist, altimeters 9er, 9er, 3, they are set and cross-checked. The Pro checklist is complete. That's our VNAV descent page. We have one guy approaching, most probably runway 26 right or 27 left. I'm not sure because of its position, but it's not on the same runway. So right now 1641, actually 1644 is the real time, and we'll be on the final in 10 minutes or less than 10 minutes. Paris traffic and Charles de Gaulle, KLM 5, Charlie Foxtrot. We are north of the airport, 10 minutes, 10 minutes to intercept final runway 26 left. So that's it. We keep going down, everything is set, the cabin is ready. We just need to take the airplane down and configure for landing. Once we are fully configured for landing, we go for the landing checklist. And we make sure we take the airplane down towards the touchdown zone. Try to touch down around the VREF speed. Auto brake 3 will take care of us today. We are going to use idle reverse to vacate right on the taxiway again. Victor 3. We have one option before, Victor 4 if the airplane decelerates quickly than we are expecting. We also have Victor 2 and Victor 1 at the end in case we need to go further down on the runway. So Victor 3 or Victor 2, they are the best option for us, is the easiest one for taxi. Actually, Victor 2 is the easiest one for us. Then it's just one right turn and we keep that taxiway until we reach the apron. Flying High Simulator saying hello. Thank you so much for being here. Andrea Sacchetti says thanks. Nice to see a real life pilot perspective. Yeah, on this one, when we don't have much traffic around, when we don't have ATC, when we can pre-plan our arrival with no issues and no last minute changes, it's quite easy. And on this arrival as well, we had that waypoint. We had to cross at 7,000 feet, and that's far away from the airport. So we don't have any problems with engine management on this approach. That means we are not going to be high or fast because that 7,000 feet restriction was really away from the airport. So as you can see, I'm keeping VNAV path. The airplane is descending no more than 200 feet per minute. Slowly going down. Then after Papa Golf 528 that we have here, we are flying directed to the 15-mile final runway 26 left. We may even intercept the ILS inside the final approach fix. Usually it's not done when we have a lot of traffic around for sequencing, but during the night maybe it's an option. When I say during the night, after 11 p.m. sometimes, I don't really recall about the curfew in Paris. I can even search it here right now while we are doing this procedure. It says, yeah, between midnight and 5 a.m. unscheduled flights cannot take off. For landing, you are not allowed to land between midnight and 5 a.m. if your noise level is above 99 decibels, but that's not a big deal for the 777. So basically we don't have night curfew for the 777. There is also 104.5 decibels at the approach point between midnight 30 and 5:30 in the morning. The 777 can do it. It's not a big deal. Okay, now we have the ILS Delta Sierra uniform 264 is identified. We are 21.7 miles from the localizer itself. It says the localizer reads 0 on the threshold. Sorry, on the touchdown zone. So 0.2 miles ahead of the threshold. So that means if we were flying direct to the runway now, we are at 20.2 miles.
Charlie is passing 5,012 miles east of Papa Oscar November, climbing 110.
Let's check for the approach speed. Charlie Fox 26, 211 knots. Okay, that's quite a lot to intercept the ILS, but I'm going to make a turn before it. So right now we can fly to Fox 26 left. As there is no ATC, we'll get some shortcuts on the arrival. So that's 1,000 to go, 1,000 to reach 4,000 feet. Here 170 knots, we can even do it 185 just in case to have a better turn. Let the radar turn on to the final. We are going to be with flaps 5 most probably. So in a couple of seconds I'm going to start reducing the plane. We are 17 miles to this fix, so I'm planning to extend flaps 1 at 10 miles to the final fix to 6 left. Then around 5 miles I extend flaps 5 and we bring their speed down to the flaps 1 will be 201 and flaps 5 will be 181, and we do this turn to final in LNAV. There is one guy coming on approach, as you can see as well. I'm not sure about which runway he's using, but we are going to be ahead of him. As we can see this traffic now, I'm going to do a couple of changes. So if he's coming fast, we don't go both of us together to the same place. So vertical speed 500 feet per minute, heading south, and the MSA is 3200, so we don't have any terrain at this area. We go down to 2000. I'm going to select runway 26, final approach course 264, and then we have just a line to our final here. Flight level change, thrust flight level change, speed. I'm going to keep the speed for now because I want to be closer to the final when we turn right to intercept. We are quite high now, so what we can do is we can start reducing the speed. Select flaps 1. Roughly 10 miles to the runway, we need to be at 3000 feet, which is not too bad right now. We have the flaps 1. Flaps 5. Everything because of the traffic here, this traffic that is coming to the final, so we are going to take the shortcut to the final.
Charlie is at waypoint on quads following
Gear down.
departure flight level 100.
Now reducing the speed to 181. (3,200) is the good altitude to be at 10 miles from the runway. We are at 8.5, but we are still going forward, and maybe we are going to turn to the right when the 30 seconds position trend vector touch the final. So we are good.
2500.
181 for the speed. As you can see, our vertical deviation is coming up. And now we can turn right, heading to before that's 30 degrees to the final. We can select flaps 15. We are crossing the final, so we go heading 280. We can arm the approach mode, and we have the localizer capture. And we reduce the flaps 15 speed. KLM5 Charlie Foxtrot on the localizer 26 left in Paris Charles de Gaulle. We are 7.6 miles out. So that's it. We have the glide slope alive. We now select flaps 20. Our missed approach is to 4,000 feet. Now we keep going down from now when we intercept the glide slope. So glide slope is captured, missed approach is set to 4,000 feet. Now you can already see both southern runways, 26 left, 26 flaps 30, and we reduce the approach speed. And now on the right you can see runway 27 left and 27 right. So landing checklist, the landing checklist, I have to arm the speed brake. Yes, so landing checklist is complete now. 1000 feet stable landing. So we continue on our approach. I'm going to bring you the normal camera now. Okay, so from now on we are going to be flying manually. Manual flight, as you can see, flight director. We follow the flight directors. It's much more sensitive on the PMGD. I still have to adapt my controller to this. But we can see the runway. We are slightly left. We are on the glide path, as you can see on the glide slope. Now we are on the localizer. We are on the glide slope. I'm not paying attention to the puppies, that is showing that we are slightly low. Not a big deal. Follow the glide slope and localizer. We have 10 knots crosswind from the north, from the right. So localizer and glide slope all set. Start to flare. Touchdown. Idle reverse. Speed brake up. Nose gear to the ground. That's it. We are on the ground. That was Victor 4. Coming Victor 3. We'll take the second right on Victor 2 with the 60 knots. Manual brakes, and we stole the reverses. We keep the speed now 30 knots. We are going to vacate right on Victor 2. Bring in the camera. Oh, we took Victor 3. Okay. We can cross this runway. Yes. We'll be crossing runway 27 left. Paris traffic LM5 Charlie Foxtrot crossing runway 26 right. So we cross 26 right, and I'm going to call here for previous page. I want to go to Alpha 14. Alpha 14, that's it. As you can see, that's Tango 6. Okay, so we can do the after landing procedures. I'm going to slow down. We are entering the apron. Okay. Just slow down. Now we can do the after landing procedure. We are going to start the AP already. We are close to our parking position. We don't need the strobo. We don't need the landing. And we don't need the runway turn off lights. Flight directors, that's not what we need to do the weather radar and terrain on this side. We retract all the flaps. Now our speed brake goes to, sorry, our transponder goes to transponder. So we keep taxiing forward. Auto brake off, and the only message that we have is TCAS off. That makes sense. We cancel TCAS off, and we keep moving. That's the apron. It's going to be a left turn on the apron. Says slow down. Yes, we are at 10 knots. This guy shouldn't be crossing ahead of us, but yes, we'll take now left. We are not worried about that van that is coming. They should stop. I know that on the simulator they don't stop, but anyway, it's not going to be a big deal. You see, they should stop here. They don't stop. We have priority. So I can see the marshaller. As I can see the marshaller, we are going to take taxi light off, and Alpha 14 is coming up here. Alpha 14 to our right. So that's it. We take Alpha 14 now. And that is our marshaller. This is for us to keep going. Keep going, keep going. Almost stopping. Have to keep going a little forward. Have 9 meters to go, 8 meters to go. And we stop right now. Should cross. Yes, that's the point. Everything's set. Parking brake. We have the APU running, so we can shut down both engines. Then we go to the overhead. We start with the hydraulic pumps. West 1 is the right electrical. Seat belts go to off. Fuel pumps going to off. Beacon light going to off. Now the flight directors. And we can do shutdown checklist. Shutdown checklist. Parking brake is set. Shutdown checklist is complete. Now we go again to FSX and we request the boarding. That's it, guys. That's our flight. We are in Paris, Charles de Gaulle. Really close to the position. I have to open the forward cargo door. Now let's try to do it correct this way. So, doors, forward cargo door is open. What else they want for us? They want entry to left, so we return entry to left. Opening. I think they want the aft cargo door as well. Aft cargo door. The boarding passengers now. Baggage unloading in progress. Okay, that's all set. That's what we have. Thank you so much, guys, for following me today. Claudio Quintaniga say good afternoon, Fonseca. Have a nice flight. Thank you. We just landed. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to disconnect from VATSIM. I just disconnected now. And now I can give you some replay. So instant replay, maybe the last 500 seconds. We are still on the runway, so I cancel this. Instant replay, we need more, we need 600 seconds. So that's on final. So now you can see approach, of course, because I opened the doors, they are open. PMDG, you cannot do it otherwise. Once you open and you take the replay, you just bring the airplane, the configuration it is right now to the replay. So you're not going to see the flaps, you're going to see the doors open. That's a simulator issue, I cannot do better. Unless I play this replay before opening the doors, but then I don't finish my flight. So that's the option that we have. As you can see, the airplane is coming. And that was our touchdown. Let me try to do it again. 550. Maybe we have a better camera. That was the crosswind, 10 knots from the right. I should align the airplane with the runway before, but that's fine. We didn't went much to the right or to the left. It was Victor 3. Victor 4, we took Victor 3, I think. I'm not sure, but I think so. Oh, again, like in Heathrow, I missed Victor 3. So we took Victor 2. That's the thing with the simulator, you know, we cannot move our head properly, so sometimes we miss a couple ones. But we vacated the one that we briefed, the one that we wanted to, that was giving us taxi straight towards terminal. So I'm canceling this right now. Okay, I'm going back to the simulator itself, and now if we have to do our secure procedure, it's quite easy. I'm going to request for ground power. Then once we have the ground power, I can connect the primary external ground power. I can turn off the APU. I can turn off the packs. Digital emergency lights go into off. Last thing is the secure checklist. Secure checklist say packs are off. Secure checklist is complete. We are ready to roll. Last thing, if we want to do a complete power down, but make sure we close the cargo doors, because then we cannot move them if we don't have the electrical power. That's it. We're waiting to finish this. Yes. Once we are done, yes, then we can come here, disconnect the secondary one, disconnect the primary one. That's the only battery. And now we take off the battery and we have the airplane fully off. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for following me today on this flight from London Heathrow to Paris Charles de Gaulle. And we have a last question from Bruno Lima. How the TD rate is calculated? Do you mean the touchdown rate? We don't really calculate the touchdown rate. We aim on the approach for a constant descent towards the touchdown zone. And on the 777, once we cross, before crossing the threshold, when we don't see the threshold anymore, we move our aiming position, we move our eyes from the touchdown zone to the far end of the runway, and then we start flaring the airplane around 40 to 30 feet above the runway. And it's a very small flare on the 777. You bring to 4 or 5 degrees pitch up, no more than that. So you are coming on approach with flaps 30 with roughly 1.5, 2 degrees on the pitch. Let's say 1 degree, no much more than this, and you just bring it to 4 degrees, 4 to 5 degrees, and that's it. It touches down smoothly and perfectly. Most of the touchdown rates, if you follow the standard procedure, there will be around 250 to 400 feet per minute. Okay, anything below 300 feet per minute is a very, very smooth touchdown on the 777 because of all the gear systems. And as you can see, just starts raining again in Paris. We landed with no rain. It was forecasted light rain. There was no rain the time we landed, and it just started to rain again. That's my clue to stop this transmission, and I see you again very soon in Portuguese and next month in English. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. Bye bye.